guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade, Dub Nation and NBA fans everywhere, hold on to your seats because we have some absolutely breaking news coming out of San Francisco. And it is the kind of move that shakes the entire league. The Golden State Warriors have just pulled off a blockbuster trade that nobody saw coming, and it is already sending shockwaves across social media, across the sports world, and across every front office in the NBA. Their Warriors, the dynasty, the team that defined an era, the squad led by the greatest shooter of all time in Stephen Curry, are not done yet. They're making moves. And this one is a stunner. Their Warriors have landed a star player in a surprise trade. A player who immediately changes the balance of power in the Western Conference and reignites the conversation about Golden State's championship window. That's right, folks. Just when you thought the Warriors might be slowing down, just when critics thought they might be settling into mediocrity, the front office swung for the fences and connected. This isn't just a minor tweak to the rotation. This is a headline-grabbing, landscape-shifting blockbuster that will be talked about for months. So, let's dive into the details. According to multiple reports, and yes, it has been confirmed by the top insiders, Woj Shams, all the big names, the Golden State Warriors have officially traded for a star-level forward to bring a new jolt of athleticism, scoring, and defensive versatility to the Bay Area. For the sake of this script, let's call it what it is. Their Warriors have acquired Pascal Siakam in a deal that sends Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and future draft picks to the Indiana Pacers. Now, whether you are thrilled or devastated by the outgoing talent, the bottom line is this: their Warriors just got serious. Let's talk about what Pascal Siakam brings to the table. This guy is a two-time All-Star, an NBA champion, and one of the most versatile forwards in the league. Standing at 6'9" with length, quickness, and skill, he is the type of player that can slide seamlessly into the Warrior system. He can defend multiple positions. He can run in transition. He can put the ball on the floor and create his own shot. And he has improved as a playmaker over the years. This is not just a spot-up shooter or a defensive specialist. Siakam is a complete player. The type of two-way forward that every contending team dreams about adding. And now picture him in Steve Kerr's system. Motion offense, constant cutting, ball movement, spacing, and of course, the gravity of Stephen Curry pulling defenses to places they don't want to go. Add Siakam into that mix, and suddenly their Warriors have another dynamic threat who can punish defenses when they overcommit to Steph. Imagine the pick-and-roll possibilities. Imagine the fast break opportunities. Imagine Draymond Green anchoring the defense alongside a long athletic forward who can guard wings, guards, and even small ball bigs. That's a nightmare for opposing coaches. Now, let's talk about why the Warriors made this move. The answer is simple. Stephen Curry. At 37 years old, Curry is still playing at an elite level, still capable of dropping 40 on any given night. Still one of the hardest players to guard in the entire world. But windows don't stay open forever. The front office knows it. The fans know it, and Steve knows it. Their Warriors tried the two-timelines approach, mixing youth with veterans, developing guys like James Wiseman, Kuminga, and Moody while still trying to win now. And to be fair, those young players showed flashes of real potential. Kuminga in particular was breaking out as an exciting two-way wing. But the hard truth is the Warriors couldn't afford to wait. Potential doesn't win playoff series. Upside doesn't raise banners. That is why this trade makes so much sense. They are pushing their chips into the middle of the table. They are betting on Steve, on Draymond, and on one more magical run, because when you have a top 10 player of all time still performing at this level, you owe it to him and to the fan base to go all in. Of course, it came at a cost. Jonathan Kuminga was a fan favorite. His growth this past season was a bright spot and many believed he could blossom into an all-star in the future. Moses Moody was steady, reliable, and had untapped potential as a 3-and-D contributor. And losing draft picks always stings because it mortgages the future. But when the prize is a proven star like Pascal Siakam, you live with that because banners hang forever. For the Pacers, it's not a bad deal either. They get Kuminga, who immediately becomes one of the most athletic and promising young forwards in the league, fitting beautifully next to Tyrese Haliburton. They get another shooter in Moody, who can spread the floor. They get draft capital. It's a move that allows Indiana to retool while staying competitive in the Eastern Conference. Both sides walk away with something that makes sense for their timeline. But for Golden State, let's not sugarcoat it. This is about competing for a championship. Now, with Steve, Draymond, Wiggins, and now Siakam, their Warriors have a core that is battle-tested, athletic, and versatile. And depending on what happens with Klay Thompson and Chris Paul, they might still have even more flexibility to fine-tune the roster. The possibilities are wide open. Now think about the matchups. Against Denver, Siakam gives the Warriors another defender to throw at Jokic and Gordon. Against the Lakers, he gives them a mobile forward who can guard LeBron or switch on to a D. Against the Timberwolves, he brings length and athleticism to match their front court. And offensively, defenses can no longer just trap Steve and dare the others to beat them. Siakam can score 20 a night, create offense, and open up the floor. It takes pressure off Curry in a way we haven't seen since Durant left. This trade also reinvigorates the fan base. Let's be honest, last season was frustrating. The inconsistency, the drama, the injuries, the struggles on the road, it wore people down. But now the energy is back. The excitement is back. Dub Nation has something to rally behind again because no matter what happens, this trade shows that the front office still believes. They still want to win. They're still hungry and they're giving Steve the help he deserves. Of course, there are still questions. Will the chemistry click right away? Will Klay stay in Golden State? And if so, how does his role change? What happens with Chris Paul? Is he staying or is another move coming? And can this retold roster hold up health-wise through an 82-game grind and into the playoffs? These are valid concerns, but the fact that we're even asking them is proof of how relevant the Warriors are again. A week ago, they looked like a team stuck between eras. Tonight, they look like a team ready to shock the league again. The Western Conference is brutal. Denver, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Suns, there are no easy outs. But when you have Steve Curry, Draymond Green, and now Pascal Siakam, you're in the fight. You're not just another team, you're a contender. And in the NBA, that's all you can ask for. The NBA never sleeps, and neither do we. Thank you for watching, and until next time, Dub Nation, stay loud, stay proud, and get ready because the Warriors are officially back in business.